Today, I want to talk about money, specifically the marketing money you're spending that isn't doing a single thing for your business. If you are a service-based founder chasing consistent 10K months, this episode is for you. Because I promise the gap between where you are and 10K isn't more spending. It's knowing exactly where it's leaking. So let's get into it. Most service-based business owners I talk to are spending money on marketing every single month. And they couldn't actually tell me what it was doing for them. Today, I want to walk you through exactly how money leaks out of your business and what to do instead, especially if you are trying to hit consistent 10Ks. So what I always say is you have to name the pattern before you fix the pattern. And freelancers and professional service owners waste so much money on marketing in probably 3 key ways. And once you see them, it's really hard to unsee them. One is paying for visibility with absolutely no destination. So that could be things like boosting posts and running ads and getting on podcasts and all of this with no kind of clear next step. That next step is for the person that shows up, right? You're paying to get seen, but you're not actually paying to get chosen, and there is a difference. Number 2 is buying tools before you have a system. So you can have the best CRM and funnel builders and scheduling software and a super fancy website, all paid to solve a problem that you haven't actually diagnosed yet. A tool doesn't fix something like unclear positioning, and it just makes the unclear positioning look really expensive. And number 3 is outsourcing before you have clarity. Hiring a social media agency or a copywriter or an ads person before you know who you're talking to and what you're actually offering them it's not buying execution as such. You're just buying a really expensive yes. And none of that is stupidity, but it's kind of like sequence, right? You're doing the right things, but you're doing them in the wrong order. And it's such a trap, especially when you're trying to grow to, say, a 10K month and it feels so far away. If you're just starting out, it feels like you need to do more and more content, more ads, more tools, more help. So you spend money to create momentum. But if you're building momentum on the wrong foundation, then it's not going to compound. It just kind of resets every month. And you end up being behind, and it's not a result of you not spending enough money, but you're behind because your spending isn't actually connected to anything. Here is something I'm really passionate about: the order in which you do things. So before spending any money, you've got to lock in your person. And it's not generic. It is not, you've just got to talk about small business owners. No, we're talking about a really specific person with a very specific problem who has money to spend solving that problem. But if you can't describe that person in one sentence, no amount of ad spend is going to fix that. Now, number 2 is nailing your offer. One clear thing at one clear price, solving one clear problem. If you don't have that, your offer needs a paragraph to explain it, you have an offer problem. And no tool or freelancer is going to fix that either. And the third is one lead magnet, one platform, one way for the person to find you and take the next step. I like to call it your one door in. Not 5 different channels running at kind of 20% effort each, but one channel running really, really well and running properly. So the order is so important. Person, offer, one door in. In that order, once those 3 things are locked, then I would say go forth and spend. That's when spending on a tool will help, spending on outsourcing will help, because you now know you're paying someone to execute something that's already working, not to invent your strategy from scratch. So if you're wanting to aim for 5-figure months, here is the honest maths. You do not need 10 marketing tactics to get there. You honestly need fewer clients, a clearer offer, found through one reliable way in. You want those people to come back or refer because the experience matched what you promised them. So when we talk about wasted marketing spend, it isn't the ad that doesn't convert. It's the 18 months that you've spent switching tactics before locking in any of the fundamentals. So if you have been spending, then it's really important that you fix that thinking first, those 3 things: your person, your offer, your wonder, or in. The spending will then sort itself out because you'll also be so much more confident on what you're actually spending money on. And we do not want any random acts of marketing. That does not grow your business, and we want your business to grow.